Hello, hello. I'm just going to finish setting up. I came on a few minutes early. I was fighting with my sewing machine, so I'm going to have to pivot a little bit today, but I wanted to make sure that everything was set up. Hey, Delise, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for joining. Okay, let me make sure I have everything going on. Okay. I think I have everything set up. I got my notification. I found myself. All must be right with the universe today. Okay. All right. Welcome, welcome, guys. It's Carrie, So Much Glitter. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you guys are here. If you want to grab your favorite snack, your favorite drink, I have a cup of tea next to me. Grab your favorite crafty supplies, maybe a project you've been working on, and let's gather around the craft table and start crafting. Hey, Christina. Hey, Delise. Hey, Crooked Colorist. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to have you all here. Okay, so I just got started a few minutes early because I don't know if you heard me kind of mumbling to myself. I was fighting with my brother's sewing machine. I have a embroidery sewing machine, and I have not used it in like 2 years, and I didn't realize I was without a needle. That's okay. We know you're not yelling. You're very enthusiastic all the time, Elise. I completely appreciate it. And then it helps me be able to see because my glasses do not work for equal viewing. So anyway, so I'm not able to get that going. So if I'm going to be sewing anything today, it's going to be hand stitching because I am going to try something a little bit new today. So leave it to me to try something for the very first time on a YouTube live. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? If I'm not anything, you know, I'm at least an adventurous, honest crafter. And if we can't make mistakes amongst friends, then who can we? So, oh, Christina, you finished your Weird Friends journal. I honestly have not even started on a cover for that. I need to kind of get my booty into gear with that because June is rapidly closing. And then I have my June-tober video coming out on the 29th, and Lottie's Magic Attic will be the spotlight. Designer, I was going to say producer, I don't know why, the spotlight designer this next week. So it's the 4th week of June-tober already. Like, what the actual hell? Heck, sorry. It's Sunday morning. I need to like tone it down. Anyway, so yeah, it's like a lot coming at us all at once. So happy Father's Day if you are a father watching out there from the balcony or not. And if you are a mother who has had to step up like a father like my own, happy Father's Day to you. So welcome, welcome everybody. I'm so glad to have you. Good morning, Belinda. I'm so glad that you're back. Hey, Ambient, welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. I feel like Delise is always very excited, and I love that enthusiasm. And Delise, I have to personally say thank you for that Russian children's page in my swap, because I thoroughly appreciated it because I had watched you play with it sometimes on your live, and I'm like, I need to get something like that. So I have begun to believe it's actually October as well. Okay, so Christina, I am going to one up you. So before we get started, we'll just do like chat really quick. So everyone can find us. I am kind of a QVC watcher, long-time listener, long-time buyer, first-time caller type of thing. Just don't judge me. It is what it is. But they do Christmas in July. I'm a huge QVC Christmas in July gal, and I just love it. I love the enthusiasm. I love the lights. I just love everything about it. And they've started doing it the last few years at the end of June. And so yesterday they did it, and I did purchase the Today Special Values because I love those Slatkin candles, the Homeworks candles. I love them, and they're a great deal, and they're free shipping every year. So I watched some Hallmark Christmas movies before I went to bed last night. That's actually how I fell asleep. So I do believe, Christina, that it is the holiday season, and I'm here to embrace that. So there we go with that. Oh, I would love more Russian pages. Thank you. I need to get on my swapping game here because I have a hard time like sending things out. And then I did the weird friends journal and that just really kicked my butt. That was so expensive. So I've kind of like taken a step back a little bit. Okay. But I do have some like random swaps that I need to send out and stuff too. So I need to get going on that. And I'm going to be a one stamp gal for a while here. Okay, so let's get started. I want to the Japanese books. Oh, okay. Well, I love the well, it's Chinese. Okay, so never mind. I'm going to speak out of turn. I was just going to say I am like in love with the Chinese coloring books. I'm in love with like the Googelli, and I purchased a few of them. And I have some stuff going on in there. I'm kind of working. It's like a whip I have going on with my Crayolas. So I do love all of the different culture, their art, their books. You know, I love it all. So I think that it's fabulous. Good morning, Mom. Happy Father's Day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just throw my link in the chat here because if I am new to you, you're new to me, and let's be able to find each other and let's we can kind of share our creative journey with each other. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start with my gratitude jar, my 2026 gratitude jar. So every week I write one thing that I'm grateful for. I write one thing that maybe I want to be grateful for next week. And if I can't find anything to be grateful for, just something I want to manifest, right? The last few weeks have been very, very difficult for me with my job being eliminated, taking a new position. That starts July 1st. And I honestly think it's going to work out for the better. So, I mean, it's a hard transition, but I think in the long run, it'll work out. Starting my internship, having extreme difficulties with the paperwork with the university, having a blackout, and I think something happened and they won't tell me. So don't go to National University if you need to do like an internship or anything, just kind of a heads up. Anyway, because I did not get good responses. And then I've been having to deal with some ex-husband IRS stuff because he's an irresponsible jackass. And yeah, so it's just been like a lot. But I was off on Friday for the Juneteenth holiday, and I did get to spend the day with my grandson. So I was extremely grateful for that. We went to SeaWorld, just the two of us, no adults were invited. And my sinuses are bugging me this morning, so I apologize because it's been like very like misty out this morning. It's been weird, like overcast and kind of misty. So it's bugging my sinuses. Anyway, so he was the best company I've ever had to taking to a theme park. And this kid is not even 2 years old. He did not complain. I got him a wagon. And so we had the wagon and he had like I have a little umbrella that hooks onto it. He was just the best. And when he wanted to be held, he asked. And when he didn't, he ran around and walked and held my hand. And we were just like, I got that kid home pretty late. So I'm grateful that Mom wasn't mad at me for that one, but he was tuckered out. He was a lot of fun. So I am grateful today for, quality time. And I just call him my baby because he is just the cutest. He looks exactly like my son did at that age. But I have to tell you, he is way better behaved than my son was at that age. He is just, and I just wrote my full name. I don't know why. Like I won't know who I am. He is just the best. So I did show a little reel on my community tab, I think, or it posted as a post. You know, sometimes I don't know what's happening. It's there, and he sat through the whole dolphin show with me, and it's just a lot of education, and he let me read him like fun facts, and he was just thoroughly he just enjoyed being there with me, and I enjoyed being there with him. So it was just a lot of fun. yeah, so I did take lots of pics. I did not, the pictures that I posted on YouTube and TikTok are not of his face because I don't think mom and dad would appreciate me doing that. But I do have permission to like post like his head and the back of him and stuff like that. So, and we bought popcorn to share. And I have to tell you, he didn't want to share it with me. It was like a big tub of popcorn. I got 2 handfuls out of that, and they were small handfuls because I could only carry so much. And he ate the whole, just sitting in the wagon, and he ate the whole darn tub. So it was just fun. That was like the highlight of my weekend. And of course, being here with you guys. And then I did some fun shenanigans on Thursday night. Before I went to SeaWorld, I had Miss Coloring View on my channel. So if you want to go rewatch that, that's available. I have like little bits of paper and everything everywhere. So I'm just trying to straighten it out. Anyway, so we had a lot of fun doing that. We got a little bit crafty, sassy, and smart assy, and that's okay. It was like crafting after dark, right? And so I did create for the DD swap, the ATC swap, and Miss Ginger Beach helped me with some Smarty Pants little sentiments. So I'm very excited about that. So if you want to go watch that, Belinda was there. We had a lot of fun. That's when I figured out Belinda's basically my neighbor. So, hey, neighbor. And then I'm going to keep going with the book of positive quotations. And then I'm going to kind of show you what I'm going to get into today because I'm really excited about it, but I'm kind of nervous because my sewing machine's not working. And we'll see how the whole hand stitching on camera goes, shall we? Anyway, so I chose happiness this year because things have finally started to calm down. Welcome, welcome, Troll Doll. I'm so excited to have you. It was great meeting you last night over at Miss Coloring View. And because now I can finally see a light at the end of the tunnel, I am actually able to do therapy on clients now because all of my internship and my practicum paperwork went through. So now I have the hours expectation. And I am on call right now. That does remind me. And the person that I do have working in the field today is quite needy and does not like to make decisions on their own. So they're always calling the supervisor on call. This will be my last supervisor on call run. And I'm kind of excited about that because after this, it's going to require them to pay me overtime. No more salary at the same pay. So anyway, but so if I have to like jump, I'll do like a quick BRB and I'll have to jump out and answer his questions. But I'm hoping it will kind of stay quiet until 4:30 when I get the phone back. Yeah. The slow stitching. I was really excited. I love using my brother's sewing machine, and my needle light is on yellow. So if y'all know what that means, drop me some help. And I do not have $200 to go get that thing serviced right now. So anyway, so happiness is what I chose, and happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence, and that is Aristotle. And we kind of always think we're kind of always looking for something to make us happy and bring joy to us and others and those around us. So that just makes perfect sense. And then the other one that I kind of chose to be complimentary is make us happy and you make us good. So we are all good and we deem that we're doing good when we're happy, right? When we're kind of in the thick of it and we are like going through struggles and we don't call that happy. So maybe the leaders of the world need to get with the people, because after seeing the response from the Americans winning the game the other day, like we need more of that. Like they need to take notes and sit down and go, turn around and be in the corner and think about what they've done to us. Okay, so I'm going to get out some goodies. I do not play with my paper nearly enough. And so I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to play with it. And I don't know if I've printed out everything that I need, but this isn't going to be a one and done. I'm going to start this project here, but I'm not going to be able to finish it. So if you're just joining, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. I have, Not all of these, but probably almost all of them minus one or two. And I've just kind of shoved some things in here because I think that it'll fit with what I want to do. And this is the Magical Collection, and I've had this for a while. And I don't think Ellen is here. I don't think she's been with us for a few weeks, but she did reach out to me on social media the other day. And she showed me a fairy journal, and it kind of inspired me to like really get out my paper book a little bit more. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Some of this is AI, so if you can't look past that, this may not be for you. And I don't actually, all of this one, all of it might be AI, but normally, I haven't looked at this one in a while. Normally they aren't all. So, and it comes with, you know, some, and I haven't even taken this out, but it comes with like gift wrapping paper, which would be like a wallpaper type thing, just a big sheet of it. So I do have that. And so this has inspired me to create a fairy journal, basically. And that's how my original thought, and these come with journals in here. So this is what's really neat. We could just zhuzh up one of these journals and have at it, right? Hey, View, welcome, welcome. So excited to have you, girl. I was just showing the crafty, sassy, and smart-assy stuff that we created on Thursday night. So I really could just like zhuzh this up and make it, this is the journal. Like we could do that. So that's a lot of fun to do with these, and it comes with a few of them. Anyway, so that just kind of got my little brain a ticking, and I absolutely love this page because Christina, it is October. And so yeah, I have some printable kits that will go perfect with this. I have some doilies that I think I'm going to zhuzh up a little bit. So I'm going to get out some spritz. I did bring out, and this is one I already did. Oh, there's one on two. Anyway, so I did bring out my Found and Flowered subscription. One of these, I actually have a few of them in here because this might fit in with this. We have New Year and we have Spring Equinox, and then I just have the summer one, which I think is right next to me. Yeah. So if I find anything out of here to add, I will. This project I'm starting is going to kind of be a little bit of a labor of love. But what makes me say that is because I'm adding to my original thought, because if you know Be Happy Stationery at all, I'm not sure if you do. She's on Ko-fi, and I'm going to drop her link. I am on her design team, so I did not pay for these, but she's very, very talented, and she just dropped a new kit today, and OMG, it is freaking amazing. I want to try to get everything situated, and then I want to show it to you. I only printed out a few elements of this kit, but I might hold up my phone and like show you guys, because this kit is fabulous that she dropped today. So yeah, we got the doilies. We got the doilies going on. So anyway, I'm going to share her Ko-fi shop. I did share this as a post as well yesterday, or yeah, I don't know what day we're on. I'm just not at work, and I'm happy for that. So, you know, having extra days off makes me realize I would be really good at this retirement thing. I never get bored at home. Anyway, so this is, let me find it actually. I'm going to find it on my phone, and then I'm going to show it to you guys because I have my local sewing shop up here. Hold on. It's like a toad. I don't even think that's what it's called because I'm mixing two kits. Let's find it. Okay. It is the, so we're going to see ourselves up here too, because that's how I kind of keep track. This is a Whimsical Frog Village collection. This is 69 pages. So she is from the UK, so her sizing is a little bit different than the US sizing. I don't mind that. I don't really get into that. And I do not convert the dollars either from their pounds, I believe, to us. So Sorry, you might have to do the math on that one. But I'm just going to quickly flip through here if you can see it. If there's a glare and this bothers you, let me know. Be like, hey, stop. Anyway, so a lot of this is probably done with AI as well. But what I really like about this is it's very, very whimsical, very, very detailed. The wisteria is beautiful, Christina. So it's just so much. And I was like, you know what? Every little fairy land or whatever I'm calling this needs frogs. These are all the background pages that came with it. I didn't print out a lot of these because I wanted to use a few different kits in one. But I really just kind of want to show this one off because this just dropped this morning and I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm going to add that. So I woke up and started printing stuff out and I'm going to print more out. It's just a freaking gorgeous kit. So there's just so much in here. I love it. And I highly recommend you go look at it because my phone probably didn't do it justice. So this is what I printed today because I don't really know where I'm going with the journal that I'm making today, but I know I just have an idea and that's kind of where I'm going. So if I need to print more out, I will. And I reverse printed these. Like, look at this. Can you not? How freaking adorable. So this is Frog Village. And the frogs are neighbors and friends of the fairies. That's exactly it. So I was like, this is going to be like my enchanted forest little journal. So I will have this done by the end of the month because this will be my design team project, but I'm going to use a few different kits. So this is just, how can you not? How can you not? And this one was too cute and it leaves for some journaling space. And I thought, oh, just perfect. And, you know, so, but I did do an oopsie because I did not flip my paper correctly. So leave it to me to always have something upside down. And this is the page that I'm probably choosing to have upside down, but that's okay. So nothing's perfect in crafting. We're handmade, not Hallmark. People will get over it. And this was too cute. There's like towns, like I'm telling you. So how she has this, if you purchase it, like you go from the frog cottage to like there's bird. It starts with the bird stuff. It's called bird something. I forget. I'll have to look. And then you go to like the bakery and you'll see all the digitals for that and the post office and there's digitals for that. It's just amazing. I think it is so cute. And so I thought that this was really, really cute. And I thought I could use these as pockets or just like put them in here. And yeah, and all of these guys are friends, you know, they are in the Enchanted Forest, of course, too. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking, Christina, that she's going to kind of play on this. And the longer I'm on her design team, like the more I'm just in awe with her and Tracy from Lottie's Magic Attic too. Like the ideas that I just love it. So this is actually a different kit. And this was the kit that I was just going to make the project around until I saw that she dropped the other kit. So this kit is called, so we have the Whimsical Frog Village, and then, let me see, Be Happy. Let me open up my Be Happy folder. And this is a toadstool one. So this is a toadstool, and she has a few different toadstool. It's a toadstool fairy kit. So she has a few different ones, and I picked the muted one because that's what I did. I don't know why. That's what I was in the mood to do at the time. That's the only explanation I got. So I just thought that this was cute too. And I reverse printed a lot of these. There's a fairy in there, of course. And look at this, the fox, the bee, the fairy, the butterfly, like. And this is the perfect opportunity for me as a paper hoarder, like a true paper hoarder, to get out some, look at the pumpkins, look at the color. I love it. To get out some of my paper kits, my paper packs from like Michael's and Joann's and all of that, and kind of play with them as well. Like they will all marry together very nicely with my paper. And this is actually a different kit as well. I've done a full journal on this kit before for my grandson. And this kit is called, what is this kit called? You know what? I don't know because it was just numbered. So, and she does have a Junk Journal July coming, and so that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't remember what this kit is specifically called. She got so many good kits. Look, she has a free Cult Autumn Harvest kit in here, guys. Like, wow. What is this called? Oh, here it is. Once Upon a Time kit. Okay, so this is the Once Upon a Time kit. Yeah, you do. You need to upgrade your printer. The printer I have was under $200, and I have no shame. My mom bought it for me as a gift. But for like 2 years ago, and I love it. I just have like a Canon. I got it on Amazon. It was under 200, and it's like the Eco Tank one. So anyway, so we have some of this, and this is like the ephemera, and I want to print out more of the frog ephemera. I just kind of want to put the guts of the journal together, if that makes sense. That didn't sound great, but this is from the Once Upon a Time kit as well. So I do like that. And then the paper that I use is just matte double-sided photo paper because I don't want to mess with what side is supposed to be doing what. And I like to do a lot of the reverse printing, and it comes out beautifully. You just have to pick that setting before you press print that it's matte photo paper, and you get a beautiful result. If you don't choose that in your settings, it will, it'll come out, the tones will be much more muted. So that does matter, the settings that you pick. And I still don't know how to do everything with it at all. Elizabeth from Petals and Parchment has helped me a lot with my little techie questions. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So let me show you what I'm making the journal out of, because I've never done this before, and I've seen people do it, and I think I have the idea, but I could be all the way wrong. All the way wrong. Okay, so I just realized it has my address on it, so that might not be like the greatest. So hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm going to use this I'm going to create this out of an Amazon envelope. And then these are my paper packs that I got out from my stash that I thought would fit in here as well. And this is DCWV, and I've only ever found this at, this is American Crafts. I've only ever found this at Joann's. This is where I got this. So, and actually I got this at Joann's as well. And I purchased this for my grandson before he was born for his baby shower, and I created a whole little paper bag journal and for his first year. And actually they gave it back to me because they didn't put any pictures in it or anything, and I'm kind of grateful for that because now I get to see my whole little paper bag journal come to life. So I got this as well. If I wanted to add some of that. I was thinking to add my papers on here. I wanted to have RIP. Gosh dang it, Joann's. That Michael's really got everything in that divorce, didn't he? So I wanted to have more pockets in this, if that makes sense. And then I did cut this down to a reasonable size. I cut it down to 10 inches because it was really big. And I did like a trifold, if that makes sense. I thoroughly miss Joann's fabric. Let's see. I aimed for 10. Okay, yeah. So this is a 10 by like 5.75, say, right? So almost 6, not quite. And then I just folded this, and I have the little, and I don't know how I'm going to enclose it. Okay. And I'm going to keep it soft like this. Like I'm not doing any hard bound spine funky business. I'm not doing any of that. My idea was to make these pockets. And so that wasn't going to work all the way for me because there is, and this was ripped. So I'm going to have to glue this again, but there's like styrofoam stuffing in here. And so I was like, oh, like I really don't want to mess with all of that. And I would have to clean out all the styrofoam, and what a freaking mess. Like I don't need all that in my craft room at this moment. So I thought I glued most of this down, but I may have missed a spot. So I'm just using my PVA Lineco glue, and it's a bookbinding glue. So I had confidence in it. But I did, my whole idea was to put the paper down, and then, because I didn't know, because I had to cut it on the top here, but I did glue it. But I don't know if that glue is going to hold because the styrofoam might be kind of compromising it. So my idea was to get out my sewing machine and sew across and down and just have it kind of be fun and funky. But now my sewing machine isn't working. I had to switch out the needle and everything this morning, and I still can't get it to work. It says it was the bobbin. I redid the bobbin. It's not that. I don't know what it is. So that's going to be a whole different issue and trying to figure that out. So anyway, so this is just what I'm going to kind of do with this. I'm going to decorate the front and the back of it, kind of manipulate the papers. So we'll get a good cover, and I don't know if I want to cut it down into panels or just put one long sheet of paper here, but this is where my 12 by 12 paper was going to come in handy, because the 8.5 by 11, the sizing was just going to be a little bit off, and I really didn't want to show the paper bag through here. But I was able to leave this as a pocket. I'm going to have to glue this a little bit more. So I just thought it'd be fun to craft and chat with you guys today to start this fun little project. And by the end of the month, y'all can kind of, I'll do probably a flip through, and we can see where the creativity landed, right? Okay. So that I am going to keep a pocket because there wasn't any stuffing in there. This I wanted to be a pocket. Oh, I forgot to glue that down. See, this I wanted it to be a pocket too, but all that stuffing is just going to be too much. So let me glue that down really quick. But I do have my bookbinding kit sitting behind me. And once I kind of get into this, I might just hand stitch it. I'm going to hand stitch the whole freaking thing, I think. Yeah, my sewing machine would have been quicker and easier, and I could have done like some fancy stitching, but she is not working. And the fact that I haven't used her in 2 years is probably, she's revolting. She's like, what? Now you want me to work all of a sudden? I'm like, that doesn't work. So that's how that'll be. That's how that'll be. So hopefully y'all are still with me and you're not thinking that my idea is too off the wall. But let me get my 12 by 12 paper. And I'm thinking I'm going to use the Mariposa for the inside, because this is going to be the inside. And then this is going to be the outside, like the cover, right? And I thought that Once Upon a Time would be fun for the outside of the cover. So in hopes of not bumping my camera, I want to kind of find a page. And if you find one before I do, yell out at me. So Delise, your caps are going to come into handy here. If you find a page, you'll tell me to stop. But yeah, we don't have any fabric stores, except Michael's did get Joann's intellectual property. I have this little styrofoam stuck all over me. And my Michael's has beefed up their fabric game a little bit. I don't go into Walmart a whole lot because Walmart's a real angry place. That's where angry people go for some reason. So I don't really go there. They've got a pretty big fabric section. Hobby Lobby's always had a pretty big fabric section, but it's not the same. Joann's they had everything, right? So they kind of had it all. And they had the Christmas, the Halloween, the whatever. I kind of like this because that's fun, but I do like this because then we have the unicorn. So that speaks more mythical and enchanted forest to me. And we're talking about the good enchanted forest, right? That's really pretty too. Oh, too many decisions. This is where I get See, this is why I have, oh, okay. So we have fairies. Okay. So I'm sold on the fairies. That's where I'm stopping. That's where I'm going. So I'm hoping this may only be working in my head and not work in practical. Yeah. See, so I'm going to have to piece it together, I think, but that's okay because I'm just going to glue and score is what I'm going to do. So if you can, I'm going to have to move some stuff. My desk is only so big. And so let's move some stuff out of the way here. I'm going to glue. And so it doesn't have to be like perfectly perfect, right? And I don't want to score it till I get it glued on, which might be a fatal mistake here. Because this is pretty thick cardstock, but I just want to kind of cover all the way over it. So since there's a few of these in here, it'll just kind of be a continuation of the same thing. I could use Fabri-Tac, honestly. I'm wondering if that's what I should do for the outside, because Fabri-Tac tends to, oh, it's already exploding, like the great Fabri-Tac explosion. Fabri-Tac tends to have a little bit of a stronger hold on paper, fabric, buttons, all of the above, like metal, charms, whatever. So because I've never made one of these before, have you guys made an Amazon envelope journal before? And View, I saw your journal that you took out last night when you had Troll on with you. You made them out of like shopping bags. So that's a lot of fun. I need to get like more creative with, okay, I don't want it to dry too quick, with my items, you know, with items that could, oops, be like journals, right? So I did glue a little bit over too far, but that's okay. I'm just going to try to make it as even as I can. Okay, and we're just going to glue it right here. Oh, mini brown bags. Oh, okay, that's good because I don't have any, but not that I need to go to the store for some. But sometimes I do see them on clearance, like in pack, like, you know, actually I do have some. I have some Santa Claus ones. Oh, perfect Christmas in July project. Yay. So I have, where did it go? Another one. Oh, here it is. Because it came with a few of these. So I'm just gonna make it the same. And it just kind of like overlap it. And I might put ribbon or something right there just to like really, I don't know. Might as well. Addicted to brown bags. Girl, I don't need to go to the Dollar Tree. I don't need to go anywhere. We still get brown bags at here. We pay for them, but that's all right. I mean, there's worse addictions. Well, I was watching, laying in bed this morning because I had to transfer the on-call phone to the Sunday staff. And I was watching TikTok really quick, and it was some Italian guy. I follow him. He's super, super funny. He has like a really serious face and just like randomly says things that are just funny. And he keeps his face really serious. Like, I love the sarcasm. But he said, go have that third cup of coffee, honey. There are worse things. People are out there addicted to crack. You're good. So I just thought about that in my head. Like, there are worse addictions, Miss View. There are worse addictions to have. And I treat people with them. So I don't think your brown paper bag habit is going to really harm you. I do too. I love that Amazon started doing this because, you know, not only did they used to put, because I get a lot of essential oils from Amazon, But they used to put a lot of things, like one thing in a box. And I was like, what am I going to do with this big freaking box, right? Like, why would they do that? And then they started doing this kind of stuff. So this is really neat because this really, I can upcycle this just fine. Okay. I want to make sure it gets nice and glued down. And then I'm just going to do the other thing, or the same thing on the other side. And we're going to hope that I can fold it. But I'm going to have to score it at the fold lines, I believe. Where's my scoring tool? And I'm pretending like the scoring tool is going to do something. So I'm going to go like this, hoping that I can see. Well, I don't know what's wrong with me. I was like, I'm hoping I can see. Just to kind of, we want to manipulate it a little bit. And I don't know if I should be manipulating it when it's wet or not, but you know, I'm breaking the rules. It is what it is. And that might split a little bit, but I have ribbon, I have lace. Like, I am not freaking my freak about that kind of thing. I'm just not. So, oh, I'm going to start to reopen what I glued. I don't watch it here. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of fold it over right here and fold it down. So leave it to me to make any simple concept difficult, okay? Just so we are aware. There's probably easier ways of doing this. I'm not really like a tutorial gal. I'm just showing you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And I know a lot of people before they come on here, they're like, here's my prototype. And I'm like, oh, wow, like that's neat that they did that. I don't do that. I'm like, let's try it live for the first time. And if I completely screw it up, then that'll be like a, well, that didn't work. What should we do instead kind of thing? Because this is just like fun self-care, playing around on the craft room, and not everything has to come out perfect. I'm not selling these. I do not sell journals. Although my friend keeps trying to get me to go into a, what do they call those? I don't know. Oh, craft fair. I don't know why I drew a blank. But her daughter makes jewelry. Her daughter makes beautiful jewelry. And her daughter just did a craft fair in Temecula last weekend I went to. And she did really well. She's like, and there were no paper crafters there. So she's like, you need to be here. And I was like, yeah. But then I got a make to sell kind of thing. And I don't know if that's where I am at in my journey quite yet. I just don't have time. Let's just be honest. I don't have time. So now I'm going to cut this as flush as I can. And I did not clean off my scissors with my little alcohol pads, which I normally do after I do something sticky with them. And then I'm just going to cut this down, and then we will really thicken it up because I'm going to use something. Another piece of paper just like this is going to go on the inside, and then that'll basically be the cover. And then we can kind of start like zhuzhing it up a little bit, putting pages in. I don't even know if I printed out enough pages. I was honestly thinking, okay, I smell, hold on. Okay, I think I have, hold on. I have a candle going in the other room and I smell it. It scared me. I was like, I smell fire. But I have an incense going in the hallway. The positive vibe incense. Okay, see, I didn't even fold that. Like I didn't even fold. And then we have that. Hold on. This was the idea. See, this did match up. It's okay. I'm going to refold it. I might need to clip it to really kind of train it. And if I want to, I can put like a fabric spine on it too, to really like enforce it. And I would do that after I sewed everything in, is what I would do. Hey, hey, welcome, welcome, Tammy. So glad to have you here. We're just goofing around. And see, I'm going to need to put something right here. Where do I want the color? See, now this is upside down. Did I not think of that? I probably didn't even think of that, did I? I am going to put lace or something right here. And then maybe like a journal topper is what I'm going to do. So the only thing I have with me right now is black lace, and I don't want to put black on it. I'll go grab something in just a second. I'll just kind of leave, you know, like whatever. But that's basically where we are. So for the cover of that, I am going to go get my lace. Now I know that I'm not burning the house down. That's good. That's good news. That's a success. And that didn't glue down all the way. But I'm going to throw the Fabri-Tac in here. This Fabri-Tac is really versatile, and that's what I do like about it. I don't have to use it on fabric. It just has like a stronger hold because it's, and it does smell a little bit, but it's acetate. Okay, let me throw that on top of there, and let me go get my lace container. Okay. I have lace. I have ribbon. Who knows what we will want to do? I was just thinking lace because of the whimsy of it, but now I'm thinking maybe ribbon would be better. And I don't have a whole lot of thick ribbons. Like I have that as a thick ribbon, which would be kind of cute, I guess. And since this is more whimsical, we don't need to be all matchy about it. I might need to go get my other ribbon thing. Let's see. I might be happy with lace, and I do have some ribbon in here too. I just think that this one is cute, but I don't know if it'll match. I don't know if it will match. Okay. We have this because me, my mom, and my daughter, not last year, but the year before, we do an ugly sweater Christmas contest every year. And I had us make them the one year, and I had like these hanging from like my armpits. And I'll be damned if I still didn't win. My mom wins every freaking year. Oh, there's this. This is pretty. That's a pretty lace. So we have the major award, which is in my closet because my mom, you sneaky little bastard, you gave it to Abby before you left. And you're like, I'm not taking this thing home again. So this year when we do the ugly sweater Christmas contest, we'll have a bigger pool of voters because I will put it on. I'll put it on in the YouTube community tab this year. I know my daughter and my mom I can hear my mom groaning right now. She's like, we're doing that again? Oh my gosh. So anyway, let's see. It's only letting me on YouTube. I only get to do top messages. I don't know why it's not giving me an opportunity. Hey, Ellen, welcome. I was talking about you. I'm finally doing a fairy journal. Welcome, welcome, girl. So I don't even know if my mom is still here. She probably like slipped out. She's like, oh, she's talking about me. I'm leaving. And Tammy and Christina and Jane as well are going on after me, right? Okay. I kind of want to do the inside. Like this is cute. I'm kind of stuck on this one now, although I wanted to do the Mariposa one for the inside. That's cute too, but I kind of want to showcase the unicorn a little bit. Knowing that I'm going to do two of these, I really want to showcase the unicorn. Okay, so we have this for the inside. Oh, see now, okay, because I always accuse you of cheating. She said, don't cheat with the votes. I didn't tell them who to vote for, Mother. I just told them that they could vote, and that will actually be in December, not a Christmas in July thing. So yeah, when she comes to visit, we'll have to do like my daughter puts a fun reel together we do like a little ugly Christmas sweater fashion show. It's just something funky that we do, the three of us, after a few mimosas or not. I don't know. Maybe we're just crazy naturally. I do have construction going on, as you can hear, but I'm not going to shut the window unless it gets really hot. Okay, so I have this. I do like this one. And then I have the Mariposa one, which I thought was fun and like whimsy, right? And I thought that would be fun for an Enchanted Forest themed journal. So let me pick out something here. I want to pick out two that I won't be mad at. So if you guys are, because I've been on YouTube Lives where they're like, vote on this or vote on that. And then the people are like, no, I don't like that. I'm not going to do that at all. I'm like, well, why did you have a vote then? So I want to pick two that I wouldn't be mad at either one. I think I like this one, but it is raised a little bit too. So I don't know if that will get in the way. I'm not sure. And do I have two of these? Okay, yeah, I do have two of these. This one's kind of fun. It's a little bit dark though. Ooh, this is fun. Okay, let's see. Oh, I do like this one too. That one's neat. Okay, so I have this one. Oh, do I have two sheets of these? Hold on, because I've used this paper pack before. Okay, yeah. So I do. So I have this one. Oh, Ellen, I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to get my paper out today, or I have the unicorn one. So do you guys like the unicorn, or I'll be damned if I didn't shut this, right? What is my issue? I just shut it. Like I'm not going to come back for it at all. Okay. So we have the unicorn one. If you can see, if you can't see, let me know. And then we have the butterfly one. So do you like the butterfly or the unicorn? I like them both. I don't know. Honestly. Oh, you do have the unicorn paper? It's really pretty. It's the Once Upon a Time paper pack from Joann's. Christina's like, wait, hey, I have that in my stash. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so my mom likes the butterfly. Christina likes the unicorn. I like them both. I'm honestly torn. I don't know. There's this butterfly one too. It's like, look, there's a squirrel. My crafting ADD is like getting the best of me. But I like that other butterfly one because it had the gold on it and it's not too raised, right? It's not too far raised. So I think I got more votes for the butterfly, but you know what that means, Christina, is that unicorn is making it it's going to make it in the journal, I think then. Okay, so we'll have to do these two for the cover or the inside cover. Okay. Let's see. We're kind of stuck together. And then I'm going to take the unicorn paper out. Let me throw this down. I'm probably not going to use that again. I'm going to take this out. But the one thing about this is it is only one-sided. Oh, this is really pretty too. I think that's pretty. But it is only one-sided. So it kind of gives me an opportunity to maybe color a coloring page or put, because this will just go in the journal, or, you know, I could decorate this with my paper. It kind of gives me an opportunity to use that more. So she's going to go in these gals made the cut for the inside cover. And then I think I'm going to use this to cover up the seam and end up putting like a journal topper there. Oh, you voted butterflies too. Look at you ladies. Yeah, unicorns get used later. I agree. I'm really sold on that unicorn paper, but I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be a cover or not. But I think this will be good. I think we got it. We got it good. Okay. And this should already be dry. Let me try to close my scissors because I will stab myself because I am me. If I'm not anything, I am consistent and I will stab myself. Okay. So I already feel like how thick it is, right? I'm good with that. And so all of these pockets, my whole pocket idea with all of these kind of went away. But I have this one is going to be a pocket right here because it didn't have any of the styrofoam on it. So I'm just going to kind of glue it up to the other. I just kind of want to look first. Glue it up to the other paper and then kind of trim it all down. Okay. One thing with this Fabri-Tac I did notice is it either needs to be a full bottle or half full for me to get consistent flow of this glue. And I don't know why it is. So do any of you guys that use Fabri-Tac, do you have a different dispenser for it? It has been talked about in my Lottie's Magic Attic. I'm just going to throw it down. It has been talked about in my Lottie's Magic Attic design group, and somebody in there, and I think it's Elizabeth from Petals and Parchment because she's a baker. She uses some sort of, just going crazy, some sort of like piping bag or something for it. And then Tracy from Lottie's Magic Attic, I think, uses like the little Hobby Lobby, like little needle nose little dispensers. So anyway, I don't know. That was just my idea because I'm like, I wonder if it needs like another dispenser. Okay. Here we go. So for this being my first time using one of these little Amazon things, if this works, it'll be kind of handy because I have a few more of these envelopes. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Thank you. And then y'all got to choose the cover. Okay. And then I need to remember that the pocket is there. Like, what's up with the construction on a Sunday? And it's Father's Day. Don't they know us fathers need to rest? And yeah, my kids do have a father. He's fairly engaged with them when they call him, just so you know. But for all of the emotional supports, and so this is gonna, I'm really just butting it right up to here. For all of the emotional support when things go wrong and my kids are having a bad day or like you know, an emergency or something, they call me or they call my mom. So, you know, my kids aren't dense kids. They do have a dad. He's engaged when they call him. I think he forgets that regardless of how old our kids are, like he's still the adults. Like you still have to initiate the relationship. If they don't feel like safe, warm, and fuzzy around you as a parent, they're not going to reach out to you. Okay. I hope this works. Let me see. Let me see. I smell it. It's certainly smelly. I don't smell that candle anymore, that's for sure. Ellen, it's really hard to sleep late around here too. Somebody's always doing something. Somebody's always doing something. Okay, I'm hoping that this is going to fold correctly. because I kind of pre-folded it over there. I don't know, man. Did I do it right? Okay, let's cut some of this down before I start really folding everything. Okay, because I could be folding it completely wrong, and then what I'm doing would be wasteful at this point. Okay. Hopefully I can cut a straight line. I don't have much hope in that. So that's what the lace is for. I did not cut a straight line. See how that worked? I did not. Cut this. We're going to cut this down on the edges first so I can kind of see where I need to start cutting that. All right. So what are you lovely people doing on this Sunday? How's your weather where you are? So we're in summer mode here, except in the mornings, it's pretty overcast. It's been humid because it's been so like overcast too. And that's been really bothering my sinuses this year. I don't know why. It just has been. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is just kind of, still don't think that this is going to be straight, but it'll be a little bit. I just don't want it to hang over. That's not straight, but you know what? Whatever. We're going to go for it. And we're just going to lay down the glue. And the fact that it's bookbinding glue means that it has a little bit of give to it too. Fabri-Tac, probably not, but Fabri-Tac stays pretty flexible anyway because I have Fabri-Tac on a lot of my spines in my books. This, yes, this shows. I'm not like going to be angry at that. I could ink it. I could cut it down. I don't really want to cut it down because I kind of want to signal that it's right there. But I could cut it down and put like a tab right there so then you would know that it's a pocket. We'll see. But either way, I have a seam on either side, so it's probably going to end up getting some lace. Okay, see, I wasn't sure if I folded that correctly. I just started folding and I didn't know if I was doing it correctly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch down these sides to where it's a little bit more straight and then kind of fold it down like that. And that's how I'm going to manipulate that. Hitler and yawn videos. Oh, Hither. I was like, I thought it said Hitler. I was like, wait, what? You like history, Ellen? I'm actually going to be experimenting. I know, Ellen, you've asked about this before about waterfalls. I'm going to be experimenting with the waterfall in this journal. I'm not doing it today. I'll probably do it next week because there is a specific waterfall I want to do. And I think I do have to make sure the mechanics of it work a little bit better. I really read. See, my glasses aren't equal. I would have to get my other glasses out for that. And I'm wearing a pair right now. Oh, mega talented, huh? I'm going to have to go check this out. I love mega talent. Okay. Okay. Where did this go? So I think I'm going to settle on this to go out here. Oops. Let's just improperly tear it up. Okay. Throw that on the floor. My cat will be in it in 2.5 seconds, although she's laying in the window. Although this might not cover up a seam. It probably covers it up just enough. I just thought that this was fun. So once we have like the foundation of the journal going, I don't think that this matches. I mean, what do you guys think? But I don't think it does. Or I could do a lace. I don't like black though, but I could do like a lace, which is going to be a lot thinner. But I think I like this. And you can still kind of see the seam through the little window. Belinda said no. What did you say no to? These or this? Just the lace, yeah. Okay. This lace though, not this kind of lace, right? Because this is a lot thinner, and I'm just thinking a thicker lace would make a little bit more sense, especially if I put like a topper on it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And when I have the seam on the inside, I'm going to, oh, Belinda, you said no to this. Yeah, I know. It doesn't match this. I do really like this for some reason, but it's not matching here. I'll do the lace on the inside too. Okay, so I'm going for it with this lace. Are we good? The white. Okay, perfect. Oh, like airy fairy wings. That's right. That's right. Because it's a fairy journal. So everything has to go back to the fairy stuff. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Before I start gluing, I want to make sure I'm gluing it correctly. Yeah, the white lace. Yeah, I think so too. Let me get a little pencil right here. I just want to do not that the pencil's gonna like, I'm gonna need the pencil marks, but that's kind of where I want to keep the Fabri-Tac at. So we're covering the seam. We're adding the fairy wing lace. And then I will do like a journal topper on top of it. I got this at, where did I get this at? Michael's a long time ago when they had their ribbon and lace on sale. I have not seen their ribbon and lace on sale since Christmas, I think, last year. So that, like, and it's always buy 2 or buy 3 and get 1 free, or buy, I don't know. It's always some buy something and get something free. And that might be the only time that they have the ribbon and lace sales. So I'm just going to kind of leave it there for a minute and let me get my ribbon scissors and we're going to trim it down. I'm going to try to trim it as flush as we can. Oops. I don't think it's stuck. Okay. I want to get out. I don't know if I need this here, but I will need it here to kind of stick it down. And the hand stitching, because I was going to stitch with my sewing machine before that little bastard decided to not work on me, was really to secure. I'm going to stitch around, I think. Well, that wouldn't make sense because this is a pocket. So I don't know about the hand stitching. I'm going to have to see. I still do want to hand stitch it because I want to like secure it in here, but I'm going to like hand stitch it down and probably right here instead of up here. So I have some pretty ribbon that I can do that with. I'm going to put the lace right here as well because I want to, look, my prescription is all ready for pickup. I just placed that order last night at like 10 o'clock because I forgot that I was out. I switched pharmacies recently. Like, so now I'm changing subjects because I got a notification on my phone. My apologies. I normally do CVS. I've done CVS for over 20 years. They're starting to not be able to get the prescriptions I've been on for a while. And yeah, go get the sewing machine out, View. And so I forgot, like, oh, my medicine's coming up. I don't have them on automatic fill. Let me place the order. It'll be ready sometime next week. Nope, it's already ready. And I placed that order last night at 10 o'clock. Okay. I mean, we can turn this into a drinking game, Delise, if you want to. I have my tea. That's about all I got right now. Let's get the pencil. So I could, what I want to start to do though is take out, I want to put together a few signatures. I could make this a flow journal is what I could do. So make my signatures, sew them, and then do the elastic around it. I could do that. I just want to make sure I keep the glue within like a certain little area, because if I don't, I'm going to be gluing everything. It's going to be a gluey mess. We need the sewing machines today. We got drinking games to play. We got stuff to do in the craft room. Okay, so I don't know if I made that as wide. Okay, and then we're going to put the lace on the inside. So sometimes it's just fun to do something like new, funky, and fresh, I guess. I don't know how else to say that. Let's try something new in the craft room today. Look, I've got Delise drinking in the afternoon. I've got View getting out her sewing machine. Like, we're doing new and exciting things here. Oops, and of course my ribbon fell and it's unraveling. Thank you for joining me, Delise. I'm so glad you were here. I've been trying to catch you during the week as much as I can. I like to listen to you and your friends when I drive home. So then I don't get to comment a whole lot. Okay. I saw she went live the other day. I was like, damn it, I'm in a meeting. Do they not know that like work just gets in the way? Love you too, girl. I'll see you soon. Why do we have meetings when my friends are on? What is going on? And I'm all done with this. Like, oops, I'm bumping. I'm sorry. So like it doesn't have a whole lot. So that's why I don't buy ribbon and lace at Michael's unless if it's on sale or I have a coupon or like something, because you don't get a whole lot of it. Okay. All right. So let's get and I got these from the Dollar Tree. These are really just easy. Okay. It's Walgreens calling me. Like they want to be like, girl, your prescription's ready. Hurry up and come and get it. We ain't got time to keep your crap on our shelves, basically. They're like all about it. Okay, I'm going to use my binder clips because they're a little bit stronger. And I want to make sure everything is together. So I haven't decided if I want to sew in a few different signatures in here or if I want to make this a flow journal. And what I would do is I would have the elastic right here and I could slide the signatures in and out and just sew signatures. But I want to put together a signature for sure while we're here because I'm itching to get into the frogs and the paper book. So I'm going to set this aside and kind of let everything set up. Yeah, Belinda, we got to just come on and see the peeps when we can, when it's good for us, right? Okay. Because I do want to get fun with those. Let's do those first. And that requires my splat box. Because I love using the doilies and making like faux lace. I think that is so much fun. But like, how can you not fall in love with those little frogs? Like, they are so cute. So, so cute. Okay, and I have this too. And my color scheme is just going to be real, I don't know, real light whimsy, maybe. Like that color scheme that I have right here was for a different journal that I did, the fairy journal, or not fairy journal. Once Upon a Time journal. So let's see. Have a great day. I love you. Bye. My mom's bored already. She's like, nah, this crafting stuff isn't for me. She has the yard to tend to. Oh, you need to make a splat box. Yeah. Well, I freaking bought this one. This is so stupid. I bought this one when I was still married, like 6 years ago. It wasn't expensive. I was like, oh, okay, but a shoebox will work, like whatever. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get out these. I want to do this first because I want to let this set up and dry. We've got some fun. Ooh, the kiddish flamingo. I love that. Okay, so I do have a new color wheel here that I've not opened since I showed it. And let's open it. Let's open the color wheel because it shows you mixing too. Like you can mix as well. I think my trash can below me is full. How dare it do that? It's full of paper and packaging is what it is. Okay, so we have like my reds out. Ooh, that's pretty actually. Candied apple. Carved pumpkin. I really like carved pumpkin. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, so let's, and then walnut stain. So I like the distressed spritz to go with it too. Hooray, the coloring wheel. Yay, of course. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not really, let's see. I don't need, okay, so I could do the triad. So like pink is in the red family and that's just kind of how I'm going to consider it. So, I mean, this would be pretty with it, like pink and this. We could do that, or we're kind of, hold on. Hold on. Hold on now. Okay, so red here. We could do a purple and a yellow that could mix it. So we're still in with the gold, right? Do we need to add a third color? Because I do want to use a purple as well. I guess these three would be pretty together, wouldn't they? I mean, those are kind of pretty. I do like those. So let's start there. Oops. I'm getting crazy over here. I need to put this back before. I need to put it back. Okay. Okay. And so this already has color on it, this one, which is fine. Let's just, here. Okay. The coloring wheel, I find it mandatory as well, but the other one I had didn't show me mixing colors. It just showed me complementary and triad. And so I like this one better because I need to learn, how to use it a little bit better. But I like it for my adult coloring as well. So we'll just kind of mixy. And I like to spray up in here just to see. So I have like a little bit of spritz on like the wall behind me, but we're good. We're good. This mainly, you can kind of use this how you want. And I try not to get it too wet all at once because then it'll curl. And so then I'm going to get out the Wilted Violet because I do like that one. I think I've used this. And I don't tend to clean off the nozzle when I'm done, that's my bad. See, I should be cleaning off the nozzles. So I have a paper towel next to me because I fed Matilda before I came on. And I had to wipe my hands with something. So Matilda is my sourdough starter. So I'm going to make sourdough crackers after this. Because I have some blueberry goat cheese that I got at Trader Joe's. So that's what I wanted to make the crackers for. Okay, here we go. Just make sure it sprays out. And so it ends up just being like half C. Half C, half C. I love cheese too. I've heard when I was taking my my undergrad health class, that cheese is addictive like crack cocaine. And I don't know if it's because the Americans put something funky in it or if it just gives you the same feelings. I don't remember that part. Okay, instead of spritzing on this, I'm just going to like probably going to let it dry actually a little bit before I start mixing another color in here. Let's do that. Let's let it dry. Okay, and then we can do, let me set this aside. I'm just going to set it right here next to me because the fan is facing it. And this one I'm just going to do solid. Look at that gold goodness. Oh, did we get clogged? Well, it's not wanting to spray anymore, is it? But there we go. Why did the sprayer stop? Well, that's a real bummer. But that's just going to have to be enough. And this is shimmer spray. I don't know what color. It's an iridescent shimmer spray. Embrance. I don't even know if that's the color though. But anyway, that's what this is. It's Delusions. Joann's. Came from Joann's. Okay, I just wanted it to dry a little bit because I don't want it to like super bleed. So then I'm going to take this out. And we're just going to dot, and sometimes get a lot and sometimes not. What I like about doing this, and I like the curve, just sometimes you get different. See, the pink was a little bit wet still, but you get different drop patterns. I'm trying to get a drop right here and it didn't work. There we go. Got it all over my fingers now. Okay, and so we're just going to kind of let that set up. Let's do another. These are fun to play with. Okay. Let's put those colors away. See, and then you get like a fun pattern. I don't know. It's just fun. It's fun. Okay. And blues are always really good with fairies, right? We have the purples. And I got these at Michael's. This is a Wilted Violet too, but this is a Distress Spritz. So this is a little bit lighter. I love this one. It's a mica stain. Absolutely love it. It's the Yuletide mica stain. It is so, so gorgeous for Christmas time. I absolutely love it. Okay. I'm going to get a blue. We have Mermaid Lagoon. Salvage Patina is one of my favorites. I don't know why, it just is. Peacock Feathers is super pretty too. These all kind of look the same, don't they? Merry Mint is a really fun one. I love all the shiny bauble. That's fun for fairies, right? Juniper Berry. We have that. Okay, so those would be cute, like a tone on tone. Let's look at the blue. So we have like a red or a green. So if we're in blue, the triad, that's weird. Well, the triad would be like a green, an orange, or a purple. But I don't know if I'm using this right. If I just put the blue on the blue, because I'm just mixing, like what would I want to mix? So we have red or green. I might just want to do tone on tone for this one. Just to give it like a little bit of like an ethereal kind of look. So let's, oh, all right, my little golden one is blowing away. Just wants to blow off into the wind. And I don't do both sides. You could, but I don't, because I'm just going to put it directly down on the page or wrap a page around it. So let's do the Salvage Patina. I'm going to get a sip of my tea. And what I'm going to do this week is I'm either going to, well, I am going to fuss with my sewing machine, or I'm going to hand sew it, and I can do like a short or something of me hand sewing it. The journal, because I kind of did warn you that this wasn't going to be a full complete project today, but it was going to be like me starting, and I really wanted to show that kit. So okay, so I love the Salvage Patina. I kind of want to cover it as much as I can so it looks like lace. And this will kind of wick away from the white anyway, it just will. So I really layered that one up. So we have that one just kind of like layered up. And let's set these aside. Let me get, now I got it really, really wet. I don't want to set that on top of my computer, but I have somewhere to set it. So hold on. I'm going to set it right down here next to me because it's so wet. I don't think it'll fly away. Let's do another, shall we? We have one more to do because these are just fun to do. Sometimes I've used this as a background for taking pictures for like my craft roulette cards and stuff like that, because it's just fun. It's just fun. Okay. We have Frozen Fog over here. We've got the neutrals. I have this vintage photo that's been leaking for days into this little box. I do not know why. So I think pink and blue go together because blue and red, pink and red are in the same category. Ooh, cocktail party, like that is fun, right? And that's a mica stain. So we could do like a cocktail party with like a Mermaid Lagoon. What do we think of that? That's pretty, huh? Okay. Let's make the blue kind of the base. And then we'll get that going. And this will be the last one. And then I want to get out my paper, and I want to get some signatures together. So, well, thank you, Belinda. Okay. Let's wipe this off. Yeah, like I definitely should wipe it off after I spray it. Normally I don't. That's just how blue that blue is, right? And then I want to move this and kind of get the top of that. I'm going to get it nice and shaken up in here. Have you guys ever done this? Just gotten out your distress sprays and started spraying some paper or spraying some doilies? I got these on Amazon. They're Baker's doilies. You could do tags this way. It's just fun to get messy sometimes in the craft room. I love bringing these out. Okay, there we go. So it's like a real 4th of July moment right there, right? I think I want some, okay, let's wipe it off. I have that silver or whatever in here. Let's see, where, oh, where? I've got wild honey. I've got mustard seed, but I have my pumpkin over there with the pinks for some darn weird reason. And that's weird. I have resist spray. I've never used it a whole lot. I like this frozen fog. It's like a silver. This frozen fog, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to top that spray off with that, but I want to let this dry first a little bit. So I have the one next to me. I need to blot it off a little bit because it's kind of cooling in the middle. Okay. We're going to switch spots right here really quick. Okay. And then I want to do some drops of this on here because I think that that would be fun. I love all the spots too. I think it's a lot of fun. And then this salvage patina goes in here. But see, it ends up looking like a tie-dyed kind of, if you can see. It kind of all started pooling up in the middle right there. So I had to dab it off. Okay. Okay, okay. So it's going to be a tone on tone. But this is, I'm getting a warning, Christina, that you're going on in 30 minutes. You might have left to go get ready, and I didn't notice. Just going to do like a splat tone on tone kind of thing, just so it's real, like not, it's not too noticeable. It's just real light. So I'm going to let these kind of dry off to the side before I put any more layers down. And let's get out the paper. And let's get out some of these fun pages to clean up a little bit. Okay. Set this down. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So I know for sure that these are going to be signatures. So I am going to need to trim this down a little bit. And because remember, she's the A4 because of the UK sizes. So I am going to be trimming some of this off. So I am going to lose just a little bit of this, but I still think that it's cute. I do like that. And I might want to put the frog papers together because if we're in Frog Village, like, you know what I mean? That's going to be its own signature. Like, I think that that will be fun. So let's get out the Frog Village first. And remember, this was going to be the upside down one because I can't do anything straight. We've got the green. 3. I normally do 5 or 6 per signature. And I think I've settled on, okay, making this a flow journal rather than sewing it in. So I'm going to create a signature. I'm going to sew the signature. I'm probably going to have to trim these down, which I'm okay with. I'll sew the signature together and then I'll put it in the journal. Okay, so the critters have to be in Frog Village too, right? The fairies and the critters are all going to be in Frog Village. Okay, so I want this to be the first page. I'm going to trim this down first. I'm going to probably decal edge trim these. This I did not reverse print, so this I did. So that gives me a chance to open this up. So 1, 2, 3. I could probably do a few more of the, like, look how cute is this. Like, this could be its own pocket in a journal, right? This is totally cute. Like, this could go in there as like a first page. That would be super, super cute. Okay, I just want to, hold on, get a few more pages. And these could be journaling pages or not. I don't use my journals a lot as like a journaling or like diary type spot. I use it as a lot of memory keeping. And especially like, oh, so cute, right? Like maybe are we going to Frog Village that way? That's kind of fun. Like keeping memories and sliding things in and recipe books and, oh, look at that. That is so cool. Picture spots. So I'll leave like a lot of blank pictures in here, or pictures. I'll leave a lot of like blank spots in my journals to put pictures in. So one thing I do like about these books is they give you wall art. So you just can go buy some like cheap frames or something somewhere and it shows you how to hang them and, you know, it gives you all that little lowdown on how to do that. And these are thick cardstock in here. Okay. I think I just wanted to get like, that's cool. One or probably one more page to put in that signature. This is fun. I really do like these. See, like here you can kind of tell it's AI, but you can't really get away from a lot of that anymore either. But see, you could cut this out and fold these over too. Like that's what it's showing you to do. There's a little cut line right there. So it's not just you using the page. Little invitations. How cute. Oh, this is cute. This would be cute for Frog Village, wouldn't it? And I'm not going to cut it down how it says. I'm just going to cover over it. Okay. So we have a signature going. We are getting somewhere. Before I get anywhere else, though, I do want to trim this down. And I don't know if I want to decal edge all of these. So let me just, oops, I got the wrong thing out. No wonder why it was so easy to slide out. Okay. I just want to trim this up. And I promise I'm not keeping you here all day. So I know Sundays are kind of a selfish day for a lot of people, including myself. So I completely get it. After this, I'll be watching some YouTube and cleaning up in here. I don't think I'm going to mess with my sewing machine today. I don't have all day to do that because it's going to take me a while to do that. Okay, so see, you kind of lose that, but I'm not mad about it. All right. I don't know if I'm going to have to trim any more of this down. I think I probably am. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Because everything else I'm doing in here is pretty much like this is the only portrait, landscape. The rest is landscape. This is portrait. So let's see. And you can't see it right away, like when you're flipping right here, but when you flip through it, you will be able to see, right? And I'll probably just put this in the middle. And I don't know if I want to like lob it off at the top or the bottom. Like, I don't know if it matters, to be honest. And then I'll kind of even everything up. Remember, this is my upside down oopsie doopsie one, but we are okay with that. If you can see me, if I'm out of frame, you can yell at me. Hey, lady, I can't see what you're doing. Okay. And throw that in the middle. And then it could be, this could either be the center point of the signature, or this could be the center point of the signature. And I honestly could probably put more in here because this doesn't feel very thick. But if I'm going to have like 2 or 3 signatures in here, I kind of want to, I want to control what I'm doing now. I don't want to beef up all the signatures either. So there's that. All of these, oh, they're not all even, are they? So all the sizing was just a little bit off. So that's okay. And she did warn you about that when you purchase her digital kits. She does warn you. So I could decal edge these if I wanted to. I don't know if I do though. And I'm just going to mark it with a pencil because math does not have room in my Sunday brain. Okay. Let's get my drawer. Let's see if I can trim up this many pages at once. Let's just see. Let's see if she'll let me. Did she? Did she? Ish. Not really. I didn't want to have to take them out and do them all individually. Okay, I'm going to have to trim this. I'm going to try. There we go. There we go. And let's see if she'll let us trim it over here. One thing I did learn years ago after watching May is sink the blade in the middle and then do it. And do I listen? No, but it does work. There we go. I just need to not do 5 million pieces of paper at one time, but you know, whatever. Whatever, man. I ain't got the patience for that. Okay, now we have a signature. Our first signature. Voila. Let me take a sip of my tea. Okay. And we can sew this in. I have some embroidery thread. It's sparkly, but it's not got to be thread for signature thread. So I'm moving everything all at once here. So one thing when you're sewing it, and this is very little, I really don't even have to sew this if I don't want to, but I think I do want to. And I could put more paper in here is what I'm kind of thinking. So I think I have tea-dyed paper, which I might add a few sheets in. And I have some funky tea dye paper too. So let's add some fun and funk in there, and then let me get some tape. Well, thanks for staying on the ride, Troll. I'm probably getting very boring for some people because I'm just kind of talking through my project, but I'm really glad that you're still here. I just get my Tim Holtz micello tape because I don't use RIT dye because RIT dye is kind of expensive to and then have a bunch of colors of RIT dye. I use food coloring, and that's what I color the paper with. So to archive it though, you do need to put in like a teaspoon of baking soda, and that'll make it archival because it balances out the pH. And I probably didn't do that here because sometimes I forget. You know, baking paper is like its own little project. And then, you know, my hands and my brain don't always sync up. So there's that. Okay. There we go. There we go. And we'll just sprinkle these in just to kind of add a little bit more because I do want to sew these. I might need to trim these down. I'm not really sure. I probably will. I can decal edge these though, which will be fun. Let's just add a little bit of spice of life in here. Kind of, let's give the people the unexpected kind of thing. Okay, I do want it to fit in here, but I'm just going to lob it off is what I'm going to do because they don't all need to be the same. Oh, well, thank you. Being boring would be no fun. Now I have this cat in the window over here, so I'm just going to make this 6 inches. And that was not an even 6 inches because it moved, but that's okay. We don't need to. And then just a little bit right here. So I'm trying to trim like 500 pieces of paper at once is what I'm doing. So I can use these in the journal later too. Okay. Bye, Christina. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I know it's been a long ride today, but trying new stuff is always fun. And I'm definitely going to be joining you guys after while I clean up my darn mess. So let's just get right into the purple because we want to see the purple after this. Oh, I might need to trim it down. Well, I don't know. Do I need to trim it down more? Do I though? I don't know if I want to trim it down anymore. I'm going to kind of make it up as we go here. I don't like everything to be the same Z in my journals. I like to have everything just a little bit different. It's a junk journal after all, right? Like, let's get fun and funky with it. Okay, so this is a little bit thicker. So if I make all of my signatures this thick, I might be in trouble, but that's okay. Hey, Marie, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you could join us. Oh, Mr. Troll's getting serious. He's going to get the trolls out. Okay. They want to join the Enchanted Forest. Your trolls would be fun for a dangle or something in here. That would be a lot of fun. Mr. Troll, do you sell your troll dolls, or is it just your collection? I'm so glad you could join us, Marie. We're just making a fun and funky Enchanted Forest journal because Be Happy came out with a fun kit. And I'm kind of doing a little bit of a mashup here with my paper book as well. Making some fun doilies. I'm actually going to get out my doilies down there because I want to, the one doily I think is dry enough, which I could have put a doily in here, huh? Why didn't I? I don't want to sew it in. This would be fun, like on the outside, I think. Okay, so let me get, of course, Marie, you're always welcome. I'm glad you could join. So I'm going to get out my needle and my awl. And now this is, oops, now this is how you know it's a real project, right? We're getting all this stuff out. So this is what I wanted to sew around the edges of this with my sewing machine before it decided to be a shit. But I'm going to hand sew it. So there's that. One good thing about doing the flow journal, and I'm not doing a flow journal in the exact sense of the journaling word, like I'm probably not using that term correctly, but I don't care, because I sew my signatures individually and then I put them in the elastic. If you're, most people, when they do a flow journal, they keep the concept throughout is what they do. Okay, so they say, whoever they is, normally 3 times the length of your signature. I do 4 because I like having extra space, and I do need, and I like to try to make a bow, and I've got fumbly fingers. So there is that. Okay. Let's pokey the holes. And I just guesstimate. I just kind of make sure everything's really tucked in here. And I guesstimate my center. And I kind of guesstimate where the end would be and where the top would be, like the bottom and the top. Oops. Gotta watch your fingers though. So that's where I do. I need to try to get my lid here for my awl because I will lose it. And then I get out my big needle and let's thread it. And if you're new to sewing in junk journals, this is what they call a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And I am not an expert, so I like to share my process with you. I definitely am not like, I don't have all the technology down, technical terms and all of that down. So I'm not like your journal teacher, but we're on this journey together. So you want, wherever you're going to end is where you want to start. I want to end in the middle because I always try to tie off a bow here. So I'm going to start in the middle. And then I just kind of bring it through. And I try to leave as much as I can hanging out, but get it as taut as possible. Okay. And then we're going to go back all the way up to the top. And I got to watch out for my clips here because my clips are going to want to hang me up. Seeing that is stuck, I just keep pulling it until I can kind of pull it taut. Hey Beth, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining. Okay, and I just keep kind of pulling it, and then I'm going to go back in the center. And there I go, right? Okay. Now for like if you want to sell this, you want to gift it to a friend. So we want to make sure that this journal is going to last. And I just keep trying to pull it taut. I lift the center up just a little bit, and you see how I bring these 2 pieces, and that's where I'm going to tie it in here. So hopefully you can see that. I'm going to tie the knot. I probably don't need to leave my needle in here. So I don't know why I'm thinking that, but I don't know where my, oh, here they are. And then I'm going to tie a knot and then I'm going to do the ribbon. Okay. So I'm going to tie the knot. You know what I just realized, Beth? I don't think I have notifications turned on for you. And you're the third person that this has happened to me. When I sign up or I go subscribe to a channel, I always be like, turn notifications on if I like what they're sharing, because I do like what you share. And I don't get notifications. And then I go back and they're not there. And I don't know why. So I'm going to have to check that. But see why I do the 4 lengths and not the 3. Like, I don't have to follow all the rules. Like, I don't know who made all these rules in junk journaling. Somebody, but somebody that maybe doesn't have very much control over their own life. So they want to tell what the rest of us to do, those artsy people. So that's just what I do. And I was able to successfully do a bow. I'm not always able to successfully do a bow, though. Okay. Now my space is getting atrocious, so I have plenty to clean up while I'm watching Jane and Christina and Tammy. So this is my first signature. Here is the journal. Oops, I forgot about the binder clips. And this is all out of an Amazon package, friends. All out of an Amazon package. Then we have a pocket there. So I think this stuck and dried nicely. So I'm not mad at this. I'm not going to sew this in. See, now everything tucks nice and neat in here. Now this is going to end up being kind of a gator mouth because I'm going to have a few more signatures in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this elastic. And I bought this at Walmart, this stretch cord, because I needed more and I thought I could save money. This stretch cord is super, super thin. So if you're going to use something like this, I would double up. But I really do love the beading elastic cord from Hobby Lobby because it's thicker. So I have white right here. I'm caught up. Okay. I have white right here, which is what I'll use. So I'll need to get rid of that. Like I'll need to fix that mess. That's just a whole separate issue. And then these are just going to slide in. So all my signatures are going to be sewn in right here. And then we're going to close it up. And I don't know how I'm going to close it. I'm going to definitely do a journal topper. We're definitely going to decorate the insides with pockets and tip ups and tip outs and flip ins and flip upside downs and all of the good stuff is what we're going to do. But this is what we did today, friends. Thank you for hanging in with me and thank you for joining me. I had so much fun with you all. And my last order of business is to get out my last doily, and I will show you the doilies. So this is a work in progress. I'm going to keep working on it through the rest of the month and have it done by the end of the month. But remember, the doily, I wanted to wait till thank you, Ellen. Have a great day. I wanted to wait till it dried to put like another layer of it. And I'm just going to kind of splat the frozen fog on it. So remember, I used my new color wheel to kind of get these colors. But then I really saw, oh, like that's a real 4th of July vibe that we have going on. And this is going to go in the journal too, because the Enchanted Forest needs all sorts of colors and textures and doodads and whatnots. Like it's going to be a real story before this is over. It's going to be like a little bit of a labor of love. Plus I have my Junetober video coming out too. So I guess I've got lots of labors of love. So we're just going to kind of leave it at that. I'm going to let that dry. And then we did that one. And then we did this one as well. And this one I did like a tone on tone and it's still kind of drying. So yeah, we were very productive today. I had a lot of fun with all of you. I'm going to try to do a recorded video this week if my YouTube cooperates. It hasn't been uploading, so it's not like it's not been letting me record, but it's not been uploading for some reason, and I don't know why. So between that and my sewing machine, like I've got my work cut out for me. Plus I have to work, so I've got plenty to do. Don't know why I still have to work. Jeez. But it's okay. We'll survive. I guess it's so I can buy the crafty stuff. I need to be grateful. I am grateful. I just don't want to get up and go to work every day. But it's okay. I'm working all day today. I'm on call. No worries. Okay, so I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Get out your supplies. Play with your supplies. Play with what you got. And I hope you guys join me around the tube. I will see you guys all later. And thanks for being on the self-care crafty journey with me. I'm so excited to have you guys along. I will see you all very soon. Bye, guys.